Why do some Instagram story posts look like this? There is no reason to have this many stories posted to Instagram. No one is sitting around watching these stories. If your Instagram story post resembles a 15-mile stretch of highway lane markings, it's time to reconsider how much you're sharing. Even if you are answering people back, send those responses directly to them. There is a reason a story is only 15 seconds long on Instagram. You nor I are this damn important to have an Instagram story feed that looks like someone's EKG reading. Miss Dash is on the other line. She's pissed you have more dashes. Christmas is ruined because it's only Prancer, Dancer, and Vixen. You used up all the Dasher. When the dashes at the top of your Instagram story matches the dashes in a roll of Pillsbury Crescent dough, it's time to stop. Slow down, breathe, and rethink. Oh yeah, this is Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2, More For You. Well, welcome to Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2, More For You. I'm your host, Corey Blaze. Yes. Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable is a series of one-on-ones with me on YouTube because I don't have enough to do. The show is done in segments. I make them up as I go. And if you know the words, feel free. Let's kick off Season 2, More For You with I Don't Wanna, But I'm Gonna. In these times, the news media tries to scare us and saying crime is on the rise because people are desperate. No work, no money, so hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your husbands too. Well, they conveniently forgot to tell you that it's not just criminals who are fighting. Us regular people are fighting too to protect the little crap we have left from the criminals. So a story out of Kokomo, Indiana. Authorities are investigating an incident where residents of an apartment complex were able to fend off a would-be robber. Police reports that officers were called to an apartment complex around 3:30 in the morning with reports of a break-in and burglary in process. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't even realize that police still respond to a break-in and burglary in process. I literally just thought that they took a report over the phone and said, I hope you have insurance. I didn't know that they actually came out for that, but police showed up for this one. Authorities said the incident started with a man identified as 18-year-old Morrell B. Tyler entered an apartment wearing a ski mask and pointed a gun at three people inside. According to police, the residents grabbed Tyler's little ass, struggled with him, and somehow knocked the gun out of his hands, but Morrell pulled another gun. The second gun actually went off, but did not hit anyone. It didn't hit anyone as the people in the apartment continued to struggle with Morrell. They were finally able to get one of the guns, turned it on the would-be robber Morrell, and held his ass at gunpoint of his own gun until police arrived. Morrell was arrested on felony burglary charges. But before being booked into the Howard County Criminal Justice Center, they had to swing Morrell by the old community hospital for treatment because those apartment residents that he broke into made him look like this. They kicked this dude's ass. Dude is messed up. First off, he looks like maybe $180 and a ski mask. Who tries to rob an apartment with a ski mask on in 2022? Look, I understand that people are desperate out there, but everyone is desperate. Just a different level of desperation. This young dude threw his life away and got his ass beat in the process. Kind of reminds me of that movie. What is it? That movie Friday. Wasn't there a dumb criminal in that movie trying to do big boy stuff, big criminal guy stuff, but he never could because he never had that, he never had that oomph, in him. So I say hats off to the residents of that apartment complex defending their crap from this piece of crap. Somehow comes someone, if they come up into your house, someone come up in your place, I say beat the out of them. That's your right. Stomp a mud hole in their ass is what I would say. All right, let's transition with what might be an offensive TikTok song about black people.
The next song is called Black People. Black people, they really love chicken. Black people, at the crib they always kicking. Black people, they wear really long shorts. I said black people, they're better than us at sports. Except for soccer. Black people, they can jump really high. Black people, but if they jump in the pool, they'll die. Black people, they're very strong and very proud. I said black people, they sometimes talk really loud. So please don't discriminate because of their skin. It's already such a crazy, stupid world that we live in. Time is moving fast and the clock is ticking. So treat them equally and please, just let them eat their chicken. Thank you.
Do you have an iPhone? Do you use like Apple Pay? I do. And for those of you that are not familiar with Apple Pay, I'll break it down in as few words as possible. It's a digital wallet and its main feature is contactless purchasing. Meaning when you go and you buy something, instead of handing like your debit card or your credit card or even cash to some nose-picking, ass-scratching, just pulled one out this morning young adult, you magically wave your phone over their credit card machine and voila, you've paid. Well, it's come to my attention. No, really. I know how to Apple Pay. I'm good at Apple Pay, and I just explained it. Where the disconnect comes in and why I bring this up are the stores that can't accept Apple Pay correctly. I love this fast food restaurant, but the one I go to cannot do Apple Pay right. I mean, matter of fact, they do everything that contradicts the essence of Apple Pay. Carl's Jr. In your area, it may be called Hardee's. Now, look, it doesn't have to do anything with the pandemic. I don't go inside. I rarely go inside a fast food place. I go to the drive-thru like any self-preserving individual would. I order, I pull up to the window, they tell me the total. I have my iPhone in my hand and I say, Apple Pay, please, right? I already know Carl's Jr. accepts Apple Pay. It's all over the internet that Carl's Jr. accepts Apple Pay. So what happens next should be against the law of science, honestly, seriously. And it bugs me. It bugs me. The Carl's drive-thru lady that I went to says, I say Apple Pay. She says, okay, no problem. Then she closes the window. I can see her mouthing to another employee, how do I do Apple Pay? Now, what this lady doesn't know is that I was at this same Carl's Jr. a few days prior to that time. Don't judge me. I'm fat. And I paid with Apple Pay at this same Carl's Jr. So I know what she clearly doesn't know. She comes back to the window and reaches her tampon pulling string hand for my phone. Of course, when anyone reaches for something that's worth $1,300, you pull it back. So I pull my freaking phone back in from the window. I say, I'm paying with Apple Pay. She responds, oh, I know. I need to put your phone on the machine to scan. I reply, no, you don't. She replies, yes, I do. The scanner doesn't reach out the window. Now, remember, I was at this same exact Carl's Jr. just a few days before. Paid with Apple Pay, and the guy stretched a little curly cord, extended the scanner out of the window ever so slightly, and I waved my phone as the gods of Apple intended Apple Pay to work. Now knowing that I'm dealing with some young woman that will be mentally distressed by anything that is adverse to the way of her thinking, I'd recognize that I really want this superstar with cheese. I do the unthinkable and I hand this yenta my phone. This should not have happened. So now I have a tampon string pulling finger juice all over my phone. I know what you're thinking, Corey. If she can put tampon string juice on your phone, then she can put it all over your food. Oh no, my unknowingly unfat friend. She doesn't touch the food. She touches the bag that the food is in. I'm not eating the bag. It's not healthy. Trust me, I've tried. So she hands my phone back. I'm glad I was wearing sunglasses when this all went down, because the look of disgust that was on my face after she handed my magic vagina phone back would have probably driven her back to the pole. Look, merchants of the Apple Pay. This is your boy Corey speaking. The entire purpose of Apple Pay is contactless paying. If you can't train your employees on the proper way to complete an Apple Pay transaction, one or two things need to change. Either your employees need to go, or you need to stop accepting Apple Pay. It's just that simple. Contactless means I don't touch you, you don't touch me. It's not so much about COVID these days. It's about your nasty gribblies getting on my phone, which touches the side of my face. Steve Jobs and crew developed Apple Pay for the same reason Visa and MasterCard put this little symbol on their cards. So we don't have to touch nothing. I don't have to touch you. You don't have to touch me. Especially when we are in the drive-thru. The customers in the drive-thru a customer in the drive-thru of any fast food restaurant should automatically tell the drive-thru employee that this person does not want to have direct contact with anything other than their bag of food. It's not that hard. It's 2022. For the love of King Kong's turds, stop touching my shit. Come on. All right, let's transition with the TikTok fight.
Choose your weapon. Hold on, bitch. You got me.
Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt the show, but I wanted to tell you about something new we're doing for Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2. And that's a weekly giveaway, a weekly contest, or whatever it is you want to call it. Here's all you got to do. You got to make sure you're subscribed to the page, you have to like this video, and you've got to leave your comments down in the below. But what do you want us to leave in the comments below, Corey? I'm glad you asked. You see these items next to me here in my kitchen? These are all pantry items that have expired. They have all expired. Every week we're going to feature one of these items, and all you have to do is in the comments section leave the month and year you think these items have expired. And then the following week we will announce the winner of whose guess was correct. It's so much fun, something new for season 2 of Snackable, and only available for our YouTube subscribers and followers. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, make sure you like the video, and leave a comment guessing the month and year of this week's featured item. Let's start with our first item now. Now, enter your guess down in the comments of the month/year that you think that item expired. And let's see what happens. Trust me, these things are really old and they're still in my pantry. And my kid makes so much fun of me every time he comes over to the house and says I have to check the expiration dates of my Pop's items because there's things that have been in there way too long. So I hope your guess is right. Make sure you check back every week for the next item. So if you don't guess it right this week, you'll have another chance next week. And we'll be doing this for every show for season 2 of Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable. All right, I gotta get out of this position because I'm too big to be crouching like this. We'll see ya. Oh, back to the show actually. All right, did you have a good Halloween? Anybody have a good Halloween? If you celebrate or recognize Halloween, did you have a good one? Okay. So, there's a debate about Halloween, mostly about trick or treating, So there is this nonprofit organization that began to petition the date of Halloween. Instead of October 31st, they proposed that Halloween take place on the last Saturday of October every year. They got a little bit of pushback from that, of course, obviously. So they changed it a little, and they said Halloween can stay on October 31st, but they want to add an extra day called National Trick or Treat Day, which would fall on the nearest Saturday to October 31st. Claims that it would allow parents to spend a full day celebrating Halloween with their kids. Okay, look, you already know where I'm going. We are such pussies. One of the big things about every holiday is the hecticness that comes with it. That's part of the charm of the holidays. But one, Halloween is a made-up holiday. It's not honoring anything specific. I know about the Day of the Dead and so forth, but in reality, it's just a corporate day like Valentine's Day. Two, we're not celebrating the birth of Christ, the Pumpkin King, on Halloween. Three, we're not honoring giving thanks to the Native American tribe corn of candy. This is a dumb day where we get dressed up and fool around. Stop trying to change the date it falls on. Every holiday except for Thanksgiving falls on a different day each year. Why? Because days move on the calendar, genius. This isn't anything new. It wasn't 2022, didn't invent days moving on the calendar. Look, we want so many things so damn easy. They want to move the day of Halloween or add a day to Halloween because parents don't want to rush from work, dress up their kids, walk them around the neighborhood ringing doorbells. Then must sort through the candy, try to control the amount of the candy their kid eats, calm their kid down and put their asses to bed so that they can go to school the very next day because Halloween this year fell on a Monday. Look, that's what the holidays are all about. Sorry to bust your bubble. The hustle and the bustle of the celebration. We do it once a year for Halloween, so stop trying to make everything so damn convenient in your already lazy, pillowy lives. Here's an idea. If Halloween fell on a Monday like it did this year, if you think it's too much, don't celebrate it. Tell your little badass kids, we're going to sit this one out. Hell, sack up, you weak-willed, slack-jawed parents. It's just a fake damn holiday. Stop trying to change something that means nothing. Wait. Matter of fact, I just thought of this. You know what my birth family, rest in peace, used to do as a young ward hall when I was a little kid? I remember putting on a plastic Hulk Hogan mask, the one that you could barely see out of, and there was no chance you were breathing through it. My parents would squeeze my fat chocolate ass into that yellow front costume and pray that it would close in the back. It never closed in the back. My fat was all hanging out of the back in that little costume, but I was Hulk Hogan. It didn't matter. And we went from door to door in our house. And we only had 2 bedrooms in my childhood home, so someone had to give candy out from the bathroom just to make it a little more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? We enjoyed it. We enjoyed the hell out of it because we were dumb little kids that didn't know any better. But because our parents supported it and made it fun, we didn't realize until we got older that we were getting shafted. But nevertheless, it worked for everyone. My little ass got, me and my siblings, we got our little bathroom candy, prayed it wasn't a bath bead, sat ourselves happily in the living room, ate a few pieces, then took our asses to bed, got up for school in the morning and continued with our lives. Holidays are supposed to be stressful. That's why they only happen once a year. And because they only happen once a year, you should be able to plan accordingly for them so you're not so damn stressed out and you don't want to change the date of a holiday that means nothing. You don't want to spend time with the kids any other day of the year anyway. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Lord forgive me. What day is it? Where's Pauline? All right. It's time for a new segment I call Corey's TikTok Tidbit. All right, this week's TikTok Tidbit comes from Matthew Shownuff Saved on TikTok, who uses the filter that makes your eyes and mouth huge, and he sings to old gospel songs. But what gets me and makes him my choice for my TikTok tidbit is the deadpan grin stare into the camera. Let's take a look. Let's literally take a look. There it is. Oh, God. There it is again. Okay, look, that damn grin gets me every freaking time, man. Oh my gosh. All right. Matthew Shownuff Save, you are my TikTok tidbit of the week. Thank you. Every one of your TikToks takes me back to a church that I grew up in, man. And my years of doing quartet music. A lot of people don't know that about me, that I was in a quartet group for quite some time. Please don't change anything that you are doing. I'm laughing. We're laughing. Matthew Shownuff Saved on TikTok, everybody. Well, we ain't got to go home, but we got to get the hell out of here. Thank you so much for joining me for Fat Guy Radio Show Snackable Season 2. More for you. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on the alert bell so you never miss a new Snackable or a live stream of Fat Guy Radio Show. And there's a new stream live here on YouTube and Facebook Live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Arizona time. Visit FatGuyRadioShow.com, support our sponsors so we can continue to bring you shows like this for free. For something a little more spicier, check out our monthly bonus show, Afterburn, at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Afterburn. Follow us on all social media, share and like what we post. That's a free way to help us out and to spread the word about all the hard work we do to entertain you in a different way. I've been Corey Blaze. I had a good time, so I know you did too. No refunds. See you at the top. Go have a snack.